Namaskar. Welcome to Honest Astrologer YouTube channel. And today I'm going to talk about the most difficult Shani placement according to me, that is Shani in the fourth. Michael J. Fox once said, family is not an important thing, family is everything. Now, Shani in the fourth is born with this motto, family is everything. This is possibly the worst placement of Shani in my books. Okay. Shani is a karma yogi. He's very happy in placements where he has to work, he has to perform, he has to make money 10th, 11th, 2nd. However, he's not very happy when it comes to relationships and emotions and young age. And particularly, he is not very fond of children. So, when Shani sits in the fourth house, he is very irritated and he doesn't like that house and he tends to spoil that. Shani in the fourth is particularly bad for male natives. I have seen that such people have a childhood full of hardship, struggles, and sorrows. I've repeatedly said that the house of Shani is your battlefield in the life. You will seek approval of that house, and that house is where you will have your biggest challenges. One copybook case of a bad Shani in fourth house is Lord Ramchandra. Such a divine soul, but he had to suffer a lot because of his stepmother. He was exiled for 14 years, his entire youth was ruined. Then he had to fight Ravan, get Ma Sita back. He again lost her because somebody questioned the purity of Ma Sita, and thus the good name of Raghukul was in question. So again, Lord Ram, who had made so many sacrifices for his family, had to make one more supreme sacrifice where he had to give up on his beloved wife just to ensure that the name of the family is not dragged into any controversy. He was a divine soul, a great man, very nice man, but still he is questioned by history for this one particular injustice done to Ma Sita. And did he do it for selfish reasons? No, he was totally devoted to his family because of Shani in the fourth house. For the record, he more than made it up when he came back as Lord Krishna, and he gave us the technique to overcome problem of Shani. I've shared that in a previous video. But let's come back to Lord Ram and fourth house Shani. Now, what I have often seen is that such natives blindly follow the dictats of their family, especially the mother. The father is usually absent or ineffective, and in extreme cases, he dies early. So father takes an unimportant role in chart of such people, whereas the mother becomes the center of most action and of course most problems. So the native keeps seeking the mother's approval and is often willing to be crucified for her happiness. Usually what I've seen that these natives get a stepmotherly treatment by their own mother, and the mother favors some other child and asks the native to make sacrifices in order to help that child. And this person does a lot, but despite trying hard, they will never be able to get the approval and even fraction of the mother's affection as compared to that sibling. For example, Lord Ram was tormented just to help Bharat. Okay. While I'm a big fan of Bharat Bhai, he was not a part of that conspiracy, but the mother favored Bharat and Ram had to suffer. I have often seen them unlucky in terms of property. They are often denied inheritance. Usually the mother makes them give it up for the other child. I'll tell you an example. I got a call from somebody around like 6 months ago, and I told him, boss, your mother is a challenge. No, my mother is not a challenge. My brother is a challenge. I have given him so much money, and he keeps losing my money, but I have to give him support. I'm so tired of it. What should I do? My brother is the problem. And I said, okay, who asked you to give that big a money to your brother? Was it your brother? Was it your father? Who was it? He said, it was my mother. So you need to identify the crux of the problem. I said, your brother, you wouldn't have given him a penny. It was because your mother told you to give, your Shani Kathana told you to give it. That is why you kept giving. The problem is not the brother, the problem is the mother. Stop listening to her when she is wrong. Now coming back to inheritance again, I have seen the parents, especially the mother, giving a stepmotherly treatment to the native, and they end up losing their own property because of maybe financial issues, legal issues, whatever. I advise such natives to buy property in the name of their child or spouse. They should not own property in their name. If nothing else, at least make them co-owners in your property. Okay, and I tell them to stand up to the mother and the family in case they are being done injustice. Okay, their capacity for taking injustice and abuse for the family's approval is stunning. They can literally sell their soul for the house of Shani. They marry for their mother's pleasure. They marry as per their family's instruction. They would forsake the love of their life because Mataji will feel bad. They are willing to sacrifice even their spouse, even their children for the original family's approval, and that never ends well. Remember, when you do not do justice to the house of Shani, it eats you up. Then in the later ages, when the mother is not there, they often have a habit of trying to keep the horde together. Their dream is to see their family united as one happy gang. Now that starts with mother and brother and sisters, and it can be further transmitted to children and grandchildren. They just can't get enough of family gathering, and they will keep finding excuses to get the folks together again and again. These are the old men who keep, Diwali celebrations happening and Holi celebrations happening just to have everybody around. The further tragedy is that they would let their dreams die in order to put the food on the table of family. They would fight to the bitter end to prove that their family is right, their mother is right. And unless they cut the cord, take a stand and tell a no to the mother's unjust demand and say no to the family's exploitation, they would not be able to conquer the house of Shani and evolve as a soul. So if you have that, please stand up against your family and your mother if they tell you to do something which is not right. Please do not throw your children, your spouse under the family bus just to look good and take approval of your family. You need to do justice. If your mother is wrong, take a stand, say, mother, you are wrong, I'm not going to do this. If your family is asking for an unnecessary, unjust step to be taken, say no. You need to do justice to the house of Shani if you want to evolve in life. That is your battlefield, no matter how bad it is. Remember, till the time Arjuna did not kill Bhishma, there was no way he was winning Mahabharata. So that is your battlefield. What I am telling you is take a just stand. Do not let injustice happen. That is the only way to break the prison of Shani. Jai Shri Krishna.